You suffer because you try to control what you can't. That's the trap. You spend your energy managing opinions, chasing signals, and negotiating with every thought that pops up. You call it caring. It's just noise. The more you tighten your grip, the less you hold. Today, you stop feeding the noise and start feeding what moves your life. Here's the trade you keep making. Short-term relief for long-term pain. You refresh, explain, defend, check, and reread because it calms you for a minute. Then the bill arrives. Time lost, work undone, self-respect dented. You know essa troca is ruim, but you repeat it because your brain loves easy wins. Reverse the effort. Picture quicksand. The harder you thrash, the faster you sink. The smart move is counterintuitive. Spread your weight, slow down, and direct your force where it actually helps. In life, that means stop wrestling with what isn't under your control and put your weight on what is. Attention, action, and next steps. Let's clear the myths. Not caring makes me cold. Wrong. You can care deeply about people and goals while refusing to chase every flicker of approval. Real care is commitment, not performance. Maximum effort always wins. Also wrong. Misguided intensity multiplies friction. Direction beats intensity. 10 minutes aimed well crush hours of scattered panic. Their opinion defines my value. No. Opinion is weather. Your value isn't a forecast. Respect feedback, sure, but never hand over the steering wheel. What does reverse effort look like in practice? You make a tiny system that's too small to fail. One task. One block of focus. One visible proof you did it. Start with a 10-minute anchor. Pick a single task that matters and give it a clean 10 minutes. No checking, no explaining, no second screen, just the work. Go for the easiest entry. Open the file, name the document, write 3 ugly lines. Ugly is allowed. Done is the point. Create a 20-minute distraction wall. Airplane mode, no notifications, only the tab you need. Keep a 90-second worry dump nearby. Every time a thought tries to yank you away, write it down and go back. You don't fight the thought. You park it. Simple instruction to run this system. If I catch myself ruminating or reaching for a check, then I breathe 3 times, close the tab, and return to my task for 10 minutes. That's it. No debate, no negotiation. You think this is too basic? Good. Basic is trainable. Your brain learns from frequency, not drama. Consistency rewires expectation. 10 honest minutes done daily will embarrass your old 2-hour marathons of avoidance. And when you finish the block, leave a visible mark. Put a big X on a calendar, a sticky note, a whiteboard. You want a record that doesn't lie. 3 X's in a row earns a small reward. Coffee, a walk, a song you like. Not a binge, not a scroll, not a rabbit hole. A tiny pat on the head. Then you come back tomorrow and repeat. You're worried you'll miss something important while you focus? If it's truly important, it will still be there in 10 minutes. What wanted to be there is opportunity you never built because you kept your eyes on the door instead of your craft. You're worried you're too anxious to start. Anxiety hates action done in small pieces. It feeds on maybe and later. It fades when you move. You're worried people will think you don't care if you stop explaining yourself. Caring isn't a speech. It's a calendar. When your time shows what you value, you don't need to convince anyone. Here's a simple everyday scene. You open your laptop to work. Then a comment pulls you into a thread. You defend a point. You peek at numbers. You tidy a folder. 90 minutes slide away. You've touched everything and produced nothing. Reverse effort kicks in. You set a 10-minute anchor on the one task that actually advances your project. You start with the easiest piece, title, outline, 3 lines. You park every distracting thought on a scrap of paper. 10 minutes later, you have a rough start you can edit. It's not perfect, it's progress. Now feedback matters because you have something real to show. The anxiety lifts 1 notch, not because you calmed your feelings, but because you created evidence. Your momentum lives in 2 places, the environment and the scoreboard. Set your environment to make the good thing the easy thing. Keep your tools ready. Reduce steps to start. Default your phone to silent during work blocks. Design your space so the path of least resistance is the task, not the timeline of strangers. Then build your scoreboard. X's is on a calendar. A simple habit tracker. One line in a notebook. Date, task, minutes. Don't overcomplicate. You want visible proof that you are the kind of person who shows up. Identity follows evidence. The more days you stack, the less you need to hype yourself. You don't wait to feel ready. You do the reps that make you ready. What about motivation? You stop treating motivation like fuel and start treating it like exhaust. It shows up after motion. You can't think your way into it. You earn it by starting ugly and small. What if I fail? Then you learn faster than the person stuck in analysis. Failure on the right thing beats success at avoidance. What if they judge me? They will sometimes. And? You still get tomorrow's minutes to invest. That's the leverage. Minutes are your votes. Cast them where return is highest. Reverse effort doesn't mean apathy. It means ruthless allocation. You don't spend your morning convincing people you're dedicated. You spend it moving the one lever that makes the rest easier. You don't monitor every reaction. You monitor your inputs. You don't try to win every argument. You pick the outcomes that render arguments irrelevant. You're not hiding. You're choosing. There is a difference. Let's make this tighter. Choose one priority that will still matter in a month. Define what progress looks like in 10 minutes. Remove one friction point before you begin. Close the extra tab, clear the desk, find the file. Start with the part you can do half asleep. Write a sentence. Name the function. Sketch the diagram. When the urge to check hits, and it will, use your rule. If I catch myself checking, then I breathe, close, and return to the task for 10 minutes. When the timer ends, decide, continue for another 10 or stop deliberately. Either choice beats drifting. Mark your X, walk for 2 minutes, come back later for another round. You want peace? It isn't on the other side of universal approval. It's on the other side of doing what you said you would do. You want confidence? It isn't a speech you give yourself. It's a receipt stack. Each X is a receipt. Each delivered draft is a receipt. Each clean 10 minutes is a receipt. You can collect them quietly without posting about it. No one needs to clap. You will know. Now the hard truth. No one is coming to rescue your attention. Not an app, not an algorithm, not a compliment. That sounds harsh until you realize what it gives you back. Choice. You're not stuck negotiating with every ping, every opinion, every mood. You can choose where your effort goes. That choice repeated becomes freedom, not the kind you wait for, the kind you build. So here's your move. Don't tidy your desk again. Don't search for a perfect system. Don't announce a comeback. Pick the one task that moves your day. Set a 10-minute timer. Start with the easiest slice. When distraction taps you on the shoulder, run your rule without drama. Breathe, close, return. When the timer ends, put an X somewhere. You'll see tomorrow. That's your proof. Do it once today. Then repeat tomorrow. You'll care less about noise because you will care more about what you can actually shape. You can keep trying to control the uncontrollable, or you can control your inputs for the next 10 minutes. Choose the only thing you can truly own. Your next action. Start now.